Okay, so today we're going to continue 11-2, dividing rational expressions, and we'll go ahead and start by writing our first problem. It's number 1, and it's going to be x minus 2 over xy divided by x minus 2 over just x. Okay, so just like in elementary school, when you divided fractions, you're going to keep the first fraction like it is, original. So I'm just going to go ahead and rewrite it. We never divide fractions. We use the reciprocal of the second fraction. So I'm going to flip this over. And I'm no longer going to divide. I'm going to multiply. Okay, so now I'm ready to do some work. I'm going to go ahead and put my parentheses for my quantities. And then I look to see what can be canceled out. And I recognize that these two quantities are the same, that x can be canceled. What do I have left at the top? I just have a 1. What do I have left at the bottom? I just have a y. So my answer is 1 over y. Okay, now let's do number 2. Okay, number 2 is 5m plus 10 over 2m minus 20 divided by 7m plus 14 over 14m minus 20. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and rewrite it to get it ready to do the math. So I'm going to take this fraction, the original first fraction, and I'm going to rewrite it. Okay, it's no longer division, it's going to be multiplication. The second fraction, I take the reciprocal. I flip it over. I leave everything the same and just flip it. Okay, now I'm going to work through and look to see if there's things that I can factor out of each part of the fraction. So now we look at the top one here, 5m and a 10. They both have a 5 in common. So I pull the 5 out and I multiply it with m plus 2. The bottom, they both have a 2 in common. I take the 2 out and I multiply it with 2 minus 10. This one right here, I see that they both have a 2 in common. Oh, sorry, where did that come from? Okay, so I get rid of it. Okay, I look at here, they both have a 2 in common. I can take the 2 out and I get 7m minus 10. And at the bottom here, I see that they both have a 7 in common, and I take the 7 out, so it's m plus 2. Alright, so now I no longer am using the red. I'll go ahead and cross that off. I'm not using that anymore. I'm using the top, what I wrote in blue. Because it's still multiplication, I'm now going to look to cross-cancel things. Alright, so I have m plus 2. Do I have another m plus 2? That's a quantity. I do. I'm going to cross that off. Okay, and then I look and say, alright, I have a 2 that they have in common, so here's a 2 I can cross off, and a 2 I can cross off. And then let me see, is there any other things that they have in common? I have a m minus 10. There's no other one. This is 7m minus 10. That doesn't work. I have a 7 here. There's no 7 there. And I have a 5, and there's no 5. So it looks like what I have left at the top, I have a 5 with a 7m minus 10. At the bottom I have left, I have a 7, and I have an m minus 10. And that is what I have left, so therefore that is my answer. Okay, thought I paused. Alright, then number 3. That's the last one I'm going to do because it's really similar to yesterday's. So number 3, let's write our problem down. We've got x squared plus 2x minus 15 all over x squared plus 9x plus 20 divided by x minus 3. Okay, alright, so now I've got my fraction, and now I can create this as a fraction by putting a 1 under it. Okay, but remember, the second fraction we're going to go ahead and flip over, and we're no longer going to multiply, we are going to divide. So I'm just going to change this to multiplication. So with my handy eraser, I'm going to erase that, make that multiplication, and now I'm going to flip it over. So I'm going to put this 1 on top, and I have my x minus 3 at the bottom. So you may want to rewrite it one more time, but I'm trying to save us a little bit of time here. Alright, so the first one, looking at this. Okay, is there anything that I can take out of here? There's not. It's a trinomial, so that tells me I'm probably going to need a factor with my x. So first times the last is negative 15. Add together to give me a positive 2. One's positive, one's negative. So 5 times 3 is 15. 3 here, 5 here. So my top of my fraction is going to be, and I'll go ahead and do it down here, x plus 5 and x minus 3. Okay, different color. The bottom of my fraction, I need to go ahead and do an x over here. There's nothing to take out. First times the last is 20. Add together to give me 9. It's both positive, so it's going to be 4 and 5. So the bottom of my fraction is going to be x plus 5, x plus 4, and I'm going to multiply, and I got my reciprocal already written correctly. Remember, this is a quantity. We'll put our parentheses around it. Okay, now we're going to look to see what we can cancel. Well, let me see. As I look here, x plus 5, those can cancel. X minus 3, those can cancel. At the top I have a 1 left. At the bottom I have an x plus 4. And that right here is my answer. Okay, so we're going to do now today we're going to go ahead and divide rational expressions.